Welcome to Across the Balkans. I'm Nafisa Latic. Great to have your company. Hundreds of Syrians in the Balkans celebrated the fall of the former Assad regime by taking to the streets in Romania, Greece, Serbia, and other countries. Many express hope about the possibility of returning to their homeland. Flags of the opposition forces have been raised at Syrian embassies across the region, signaling their control over the country. These are the visuals from Athens, Syrians waving the flag and celebrating under fireworks. In Belgrade and Bucharest, they've gathered outside the Syrian embassy, with many expressing a strong desire to start a new chapter. The 13-year war in Syria left hundreds of thousands dead and millions displaced. While several million found refuge in Turkey, hundreds of thousands made their way to Europe, contributing to one of the largest refugee waves in recent decades. Let's cross now to Sarajevo. I'm joined by Amjad Alrez. He is the former mayor of the Old City of Damascus, who lives in Bosnia for years. Pleasure to have you on Across the Balkans. I mean, what was your reaction when you heard the former Assad regime had been toppled?
It was incredible. I feel like a dream. It's hard to believe, because I grew up under the regime since I was a small child. I didn't get the chance to know any other regime. It was glued to the TV for 2 days straight. In this belief at what I was seeing, it was like the fall of the Berlin Wall. It was historic and emotional moment.
And tell us your story. How did you end up in Bosnia, in Sarajevo?
Actually, I had the chance to study and live in Sarajevo before. So I had some connection with the country and the language. I sent my family before in 2011, and I had to leave Damascus because it became too dangerous for me. I decided to go to Sarajevo. Really, especially for me, since I was working for government.
And what does this development in Syria mean, not just for you, but for other Syrians living outside Syria, living abroad?
I wasn't completely surprised. I had an idea it may happen. Assad's army was, I think the Assad would make a last stand in the city, in Damascus, which could have led to a bloodbath. But thankfully, it was a quick and peaceful transition.
And do you feel now anxious? Do you feel excited about these new possibilities that have been opened for your country?
I really do hope so. It's great to see our people living freely and with dignity. Of course, I have some concerns. You know, as you know, the Assad regime damaged Syria in so many ways. So we just have to learn how to live in a democracy again. But we can't do it. We just have to learn. I believe in the Syrian people. We have the power, we have the capacity, and we have a long history. We will make it again.
Do you have family in Damascus? Have you been talking? Have you been talking to them? How are they feeling?
Every day, every day. It's okay. I have my brother and my mother. in Damascus now.
You often, I was reading some of your interviews, and you often talked about how Syria was once a beautiful and successful country. Do you believe that this can happen again?
I believe. We have a history, long history in Syria, and we have a capacity. You can see we have 1 million Syrian citizen in Germany, and they're successful in Germany. You know, we can, in the same in the Turkey and in the Egypt, in the Jordan, everywhere.
Do you think they will return? Do you think they will return?
We have the power now.
Do you think people will return? I know there's a lot of Syrians in the Balkans as well, in other countries, in Romania, in Bulgaria, in Greece. Do you think that many of them will return now to Syria?
Yes. I know many people want to go again to Syria, to return back in Syria to start a new life.
So this is practically starting from the beginning.
Beginning.
Yeah. What is your plan? What do you plan to do?
The first, I want to visit Syria now, and after, I don't know. To stay in Bosnia. I have a job here, maybe 2 or 3 years, and I come back to Syria.
And do you think Syrians can do this alone, this new reality, and how significant will be help from other countries as well?
I don't know. I have some concerns. We don't like to be like Tunis or like Egypt, you know. We want really democracy in Syria now, new law, everything to be. I told you I believe in Syrian people. I believe in Syrian people.
And you know, can you describe to us your last time in Damascus? Was it difficult for you to leave your town?
Yes, it was difficult to leave Damascus, but it was a dangerous for me to stay in Damascus. I left Damascus in the last plane by Croatian Airlines.
You left with your family, or it was just you?
I sent my family before. I sent my family, my wife and the children to Sarajevo, and I stayed in Syria 1 year alone.
Was Bosnia welcoming towards Syrians, having in mind Bosniaks and their history, not just Bosniak, the Bosnians in general, their history in the 90s? How welcoming were they towards Syrians who were fleeing persecution back home?
The Syrian people in Balkan, in Sarajevo.
Yes.
Yeah, it's okay. All the people here work. We don't have many refugees in the Balkan because Bosnia is a transit country, not in country. All go to Germany or the Austria, France, like this. But all Syrian people here in Sarajevo, I know they work. They work with many companies.
Okay, thank you so much for being our guest on Across the Balkans, Amjad. I wish you all the best with your plans, and to you and other Syrians who are celebrating this new beginning.